Welcome to Jaguars Field for this matchup. Maybe a Super Bowl preview matchup between the 4-1 San Francisco 49ers and the 4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. The 49ers remain without Bryce Petty. He will return after their bye week following this game and next week at Seattle. The Jaguars are without starting free safety Barry Church, as well as Aaron Colvin and Jamel Fleming at corner. So Josh Norman is going to be playing with Jalen Watkins, Terrell Hennings, and Chris Davis at corner. That's a matchup to watch indeed. At free safety, second-year man Rashard Lucas out of Georgia will be starting in place of Church. McManus is going to boot this one away, and we are underway as Percy Harvin is back deep. He will get the return. Harvin runs right up the middle and gets out to the 27-yard line, a gain of about 31 yards. And that is where the Jaguars will start off from. Here comes Blake Bortles out of UCF in his fourth season. 14 touchdowns to 1 interception en route to their 4-1 start. 78 touchdowns and 36 picks so far in his fourth year. 1st and 10, pressure from his right, and he is sacked! Aaron Lynch got around LaAdrian Waddle. That's not the way they want to start things off. That is only the second sack allowed by the Jaguars this season, as Marquise Lee picks up 14 right back. 3rd and 7 from the 30. Daniels gets pressure, but Bortles gets it to Marquise Lee. JT Ogletree a little bit slow to get to him, and that's a first down. So that sack doesn't do too much damage for the Jaguars. 1st and 10, single back set, give is to Matt Forte, and Jawan Carey blows it up. That's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 38-yard line. 49ers have a stacked defense. Bortles rolls out to his left, throws to Forte, and Jamal McNeal is there. 3rd and 9, Bortles up the seam, right back to Marquise Lee. Found the soft spot in the zone. 3 of his first 4 completions have been to Lee, and they're into 49ers territory. 1st and 10, Bortles steps up and throws to Allen Robinson, who gets away from Darius Moats and is tripped up by Malcolm Jenkins just shy of the goal line. 1st and goal, Robinson in motion, pitch to Matt Forte, and Forte is in. Touchdown Jaguars. That is Matt Forte's 7th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars and their best offense jump out to an early 7-0 lead. Nick Foles comes on, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, 68% in relief of Bryce Petty. 1st and 10, he fires over the middle to Kris Arnold, who gets his legs knocked out from underneath him, following a 16-yard pickup. 2nd and 6, the give is to Armstead. He's going to pick up 3. 3rd and 3 from their own 48, Foles drops back, rolls out to his right. He's not fast, but he can extend plays, and it's given to Arnold. That's another first down, 2 receptions, 30-yard for Kris Arnold to start things off. 1st and 10 from the Jaguars 38. Foles looks, fires, right to Bernie Lauderdale. Lauderdale picks up 21, and Nick Foles comes right out firing to answer back to Blake Bortles. 2nd and 8 from the 15. Foles throws underneath to Lauderdale. Not getting much, maybe a pickup of about 2. 3rd and 6 from the 13-yard line. Foles in the shotgun, feels the heat, A-gap blitz, and he is dropped. It is incomplete. Rashard Lucas in on the hit. They'll put up 3 and cut the deficit to a 4-point Jaguars lead. Now from their own 43-yard line. This Jaguars offense is the best in football. They are dynamic. Bortles leads the league in passing yards. Forte, 3rd in rushing yards, leads the league in rushing touchdowns. And Marquise Lee has been all right. He hasn't been a huge target this season for the Jaguars. 18 receptions for 202 yards thus far. 2nd and 1, the give is to Forte, and Matt Forte gets a first down deeper into 49ers territory. 1st and 10 from the 49ers 38. Play action fake. Bortles looks left, throws, and it's intercepted! JT Ogletree picks it off on the pass intended for Harvin, and he's taking it back! Bortles trips him up at the 26, but that's a huge turnover and return by the rookie out of Nebraska. His 2nd interception of the season. And that gives the 49ers some life. It's only Bortles' second interception thrown as well, as this is complete to Coby Fleener. Fleener dives, but is stopped shy of the end zone. Rashard Lucas in on the hit. First and goal from the 3. Foles is sacked! Dan Skuta, the 9th-year man out of Grand Valley State. That's his first sack of the season. Second and goal from the 10. Foles tosses it up for Fleener, and it's broken up. Josh Norman in on the coverage. Third and goal from the 10. 49ers just to play at the line of scrimmage. Foles drops back, looks, fires to Bernie Lauderdale for the touchdown. He got away from Paul Posluszny, and the 49ers take the lead following the Blake Bortles interception. First and 10, it's a draw to Forte, and Jawan Carey snuffs it out. That's a loss of 5. The Jaguars' offensive line has been spectacular all season long, but they're getting bullied right now. Third and 17 from the 12. Bortles tries to throw, but is sacked. Dallas Austin got around Luke Joeckel. That's his second sack of the season, and following the punt, the 49ers have great field position. Second and 9, screen to Duke Johnson. He cuts back, spins away from Cyprien. Duke Johnson in the open field! Flag is down, and he is gone! This one is unfortunately going to come back, as you saw towards the end of that play, Bernie Lauderdale, with a rather unnecessary block in the back. That's going to rob Duke of the touchdown, but it is going to be a first down from the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 40. The give is to Elgin Armstead. He goes up the middle, and he picks up about 10. Very good running by Elgin Armstead. Shows great acceleration and burst, both inside and outside the tackles. Right there, well, he's not going anywhere, as Elgin Armstead is stuffed as defensive linemen shed TJ Clemmings pretty quickly. Third and 2, quick pass right to Nate Hill. Jalen Watkins is there. Watkins is not someone who you want to be covering, likes of Nate Hill. Second and 4, goes right back to Hill, right in front of Paul Posluszny in the zone coverage. That's a first down through the air. Foles is 8 for 10. Hill, 2 receptions for 14 yards. First and 10 from the 11. Foles drops back, fades it to Kris Arnold, and it's caught! Watkins held on for dear life, but it is to no avail. That is a touchdown for the 49ers. It's 17-7. Thanks to a remarkable play by Kris Arnold, his second NFL touchdown. Down by 10 at home, Jaguars need to answer. First and 10, Bortles play action fake, takes a shot, airs it deep, and it's incomplete, but a flag is thrown. Dre Kirkpatrick. It's the one weakness of this 49ers secondary. They get pegged on a lot of defensive pass interference penalties deep. That's a 42-yard penalty, and that's exactly what the Jaguars needed. First and 10, throw over the middle to Marquise Lee, as Lee picks up 21. Bortles is 9 for 10. Only incompletion was the interception. Lee, 5 receptions, 72 yards thus far in the first half. Second and 13 from the 19. Give is to Forte, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, but JT Ogletree stops him. 7 carries, -2 yards, and a touchdown for Forte thus far. Third and 15 from the 21. Pass up the seam is almost intercepted. Again, JT Ogletree got in there. Lee was the intended target. From the left hash, Graham Gano. The kick is up and it is good. He's 8 for 10 on the season, and it's a one-score game. 3 minutes left in the first half. Forte with the give, and Jawan Carey with the stop. That's a loss of 4. He has 4 tackles for a loss in this ball game, and the Jaguars are forced to punt. First and 10 from the 41, play action fake. Foles has a lot of time, rolls out to his left. He steps up, throws it to Elgin Armstead, and that's a great completion into Jaguars territory. The corner and zone coverage committed to Foles and left Armstead all alone. Second and 10, quick slant to Kris Arnold. That's going to be a pickup of about 7, and the 49ers call their first time out of the half. 3rd and 3 from the 26-yard line. Give us to Armstead. Breaks a tackle, but cannot get away from Telvin Smith. McManus from 44 yards out. Kick is up and it is good. And it's a 10-point 49ers lead. And San Francisco gets the ball at half. Jaguars trying to get something going. 1 timeout remaining. 35 seconds left. Bortles is sacked. Aaron Lynch with his 2nd sack of the game. And we go into the half with the Jaguars trailing by 10. The offensive line of Jokel, Zeitler, Quinston Kilgore, Linder, and LaAdrian Waddle has been the best in football. They don't look it today. The 49ers are overpowering them, and they have dominated this first half of play. They started with the football in the second half. Who will win in this Super Bowl preview? Potentially. We'll find out right after this. And we are back. 3rd and 1 from their own 31. Give us to Armstead, and Elgin Armstead, with another good run, picks up 4. Only 10 carries for 36 yards thus far. He needs to pick things up against this Jaguars front 7. 1st and 10, play action fake. Foles looks right, throws, and it's intercepted! Josh Norman picks it off and returns it, and Foles lays him out. Norman's all right, but he took a shot for his effort. That's his 10th career interception, the 7th-year man out of Coastal Carolina. And the Jaguars are in business. Low snap, handoff to Forte. Matt Forte has running room as he gets 14, and he's on the positive side of the ledger. 9 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown. 1st and goal, give us to Forte, and he is in! His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, 8th on the season. And the Jaguars are only down by 3. Following a 3-and-out by the 49ers, 2nd and 1. Bortles is sacked again! Aaron Lynch with his 3rd sack of the game. That makes 7 on the season in 6 games. He has been phenomenal. 3rd and 7. Waddle lays out Eric Armstead. Pass to Harvin is incomplete. It's broken up by picks by Dre Kirkpatrick, who through 5 games this season has yet to have an interception. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Foles looks over the middle, fires to Nate Hill, the leading receiver for this 49ers unit. That's going to be a good pickup. He's over 500 yards receiving on the season. Elgin Armstead keeps his legs churning, and after 10 carries for 36, he's had 5 carries for 31. He's made up for it, and they're moving the ball well. 2nd and 4 from the 44. Foles has all the time in the world, throws to Duke Johnson, who took his eye off the ball, and incomplete. Just a straight drop from Johnson. 3rd and 4 from the 44. Foles looks underneath to Kris Arnold. Arnold gets away from Puzlesny. Kris Arnold with speed down the sideline and shoved out of bounds at the 6. Rashard Lucas saved a touchdown. Well, that's 35 yards of yak for Kris Arnold on that play. And the 49ers have 1st and goal. The give is to Elgin Armstead. He goes to the outside. Armstead is stopped just shy of the goal line. Great stop by the Jaguars. 3rd and goal from the 1. Foles hit, throws for Fleener. It's a fader and it's a touchdown. Jonathan Cyprien lost him. That's Fleener's 2nd touchdown of the season. He's been targeted a lot on those goal line plays, and it's worked out for them. 2nd and 2, the give is to Matt Forte. He picks up 3. He has 12 carries for 23 yards and 2 touchdowns so far. He's been a force in the receiving game as well, but he's stopped there for only 5. They're going for it on 4th and 3, down by 10. Read option, Bortles with the keeper, gets hit from Moats, but he picks up the 1st. 1st and 10 from the 42, play action fake, Bortles steps up and runs with it, and he has running room. Blake Bortles down to the 15-yard line or so. That's a huge run for Blake Bortles. He can move. He doesn't do it a lot, but he has legitimate speed. 2nd and 5. Bortles is sacked. Thrown down by Jaquiski Tart. That's his 2nd sack of the season. 3rd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Bortles with the give to Forte, and Bowman flattens him. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. to make it a 7-point deficit. The 49ers have combated this Jaguars offensive line with a lot of exotic blitzes. They're sending safeties, they're sending corners, they're sending 5, they're sending 6. Doesn't matter. They're sending a lot of heat, and the 49ers have been getting pressure all game long, as Elgin Armstead picks up 9 on 1st and 10. 2nd and 1 from the 48-yard line, Duke Johnson in. Foles has time, finds Nate Hill underneath. Nate Hill spins and is brought down by Jonathan Cyprien. Foles is 22 for 32, 252, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. 1st and 10 with 6 minutes left. Foles, quick pass to Terrence Harper in the flat, and Harper picks up about 8. 2nd and 2 from the 34. Foles, just in the play, give us to Armstead. He's tripped up, but he does get enough for the first. That's all he needed. 19 carries, 87 yards on the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 32. Foles drops back, looks, fires it to Lauderdale. Fires is a bit of an overstatement, as that was a beautiful touch pass. Lauderdale hauls it in. 2nd and 14 from the 20. Foles looks, fader to Nate Hill in the end zone for the touchdown. Hill got away from Josh Norman. Watch it one more time. Inside release, outside cut, going right to the flag. A beautiful route by Nate Hill. It's 34-20. 2nd and 5. Jaguars need to score quickly. It's complete to Percy Harvin. Harvin has been one of his favorite targets this season. Both Allen Robinson and Harvin had 28 receptions for 400 yards apiece coming in. The pass underneath is to the rookie out of North Carolina State, Shad Randall. 2nd and inches from the 24. Give us to Allen Robinson. Robinson keeps his legs churning and is down to the 9. That's his 4th reception of the ball game. 1st and goal. Bortles has a ton of time. Looks, throws over the middle. Julius Thomas with the touchdown. His 4th of the season. And it's 34-27. The Jaguars need an onside kick. They do have all 3 timeouts, but that would save things here as they do recover it. The 49ers could not fall on it, and the Jaguars recover the onside kick. Down by 7. It's complete to Tyre Thornton, the rookie out of South Carolina State. That's a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4. Bortles looking deep for Harvin, and it cannot be hauled in. Jamal McNeal broke that pass up. 3rd and 4 from the 45, 1:10 left. All 3 timeouts remain for the Jaguars. It's complete to Percy Harvin. Only his 2nd reception of the ball game. Dre Kirkpatrick has done a great job against him. 1st and 10, complete to Marquise Lee. And Marquise Lee gets out of bounds as he tried to get some extra yardage. A pickup of 6. Aaron Norwood and Jimmy Ward are in to give Jenkins and McNeil a little bit of a break. 2nd and 4, pass for Robinson is popped up in the air and incomplete. Darius Moats just saved a touchdown. Jenkins back in. Bortles throws, and it should have been picked off. Dre Kirkpatrick could have ended the game right there, but instead it's 4th and 4. Empty set for Bortles. He looks to his right, throws for Lee, and Marquise Lee has tied this ball game up. He got away from Jamal McNeal, and Lee with his 4th touchdown of the season. It's 34 all. We head to overtime with the score tied at 34. This game has been remarkable. A 14-point 49ers lead with 2:40 left, and the Jaguars get a touchdown, an onside kick recovery, and another touchdown on 4th and 4. Following a dropped interception by Dre Kirkpatrick. The 49ers get to choose. They choose heads. It is tails. The Jaguars elect to receive. So Brandon McManus will be booting it away in the dome. And just like that, we resume action. Overtime begins in what is an instant classic as Harvin fields it 7 yards deep and he'll just take a knee. So they will start at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 20. McNeal creeps to the line of scrimmage. It's give to Matt Forte. And Forte is wrestled down by JT Ogletree. That's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Single back set. Pump fake. Give to Forte. He's wrapped up in the backfield by Eric Reed. A loss of 3. 2 yards per carry for Forte, who's averaging almost 5 on the season. 3rd and 8 from the 22. Bortles in the shotgun. Looks, throws to Forte. But he's caught by Jamal McNeal and stopped short. The Jaguars will punt on Forte's 4th reception. Brian Anger boots it deep to Le'Veon Duncan. His heels on his own 18. Will field it. And Le'Veon Duncan, with a great jump cut, picks up 17. 1st and 10 from the 35. I formation. Pitch to Armstead. Elgin Armstead. Christian Reeves won't cut inside. Armstead keeps his legs turning and picks up 10. He's over 100 yards on the ball game on 22 carries. 2nd and inches from the 45. Foles looks. Throws right to Armstead. That's all they needed. They pick up 3. 1st and 10 from the 48. Foles drops back, speed route to Arnold. Arnold spins away from Watkins. Kris Arnold down the sideline, and he is gone! Touchdown 49ers, and that is your ball game! They abused the 4th string corner Jalen Watkins all game long, and Kris Arnold used his incredible agility and athleticism to get away from Watkins and beat Telvin Smith in the foot race to give the 49ers their 5th victory of the season. The Jaguars fall to 4-2 in an absolutely remarkable game. The Jaguars have nothing to be sorry about. They played really well, they showed a lot of fight, but the 49ers were just too much. Nick Foles, 27 for 38, 353, 5 touchdowns and a pick. Hill, 5 for 64 and a touchdown. Kris Arnold, 7 for 142 and 2 scores. Aaron Lynch, 3 sacks. Juwan Carey, 4 tackles for a loss. JT Ogletree, 8 tackles and an interception. Telvin Smith had 12 tackles and a tackle for a loss. He was flying around the field. The 49ers head to Seattle for the final game before Bryce Petty is back. They sit at 5-1, a 2-game lead in the division. The Seahawks lost to the winless Texans, 38-30. In Houston. Russell Wilson had 2 interceptions and they had 3 total turnovers. It was really an ugly outing and, well, the run game that couldn't get too much going for them against the 49ers got enough done against the Seahawks. That was not something that anyone really expected, but hey, that's football. The Seahawks have no injuries. That's a really good thing for them, but Bryce Petty's still out for the 49ers. Nick Foles has held his own, but this Seahawks defense is a little bit of a different animal. Russell Wilson has 14 touchdowns and 5 picks on the season, along with 63%. He's been a really good quarterback. Marshawn Lynch averaging 5.3 yards per carry, and Travaris Cadet is their receiving back. He has 3 touchdowns. Deron Carter is their number 1 target, has 350 yards and 4 touchdowns so far. You can't discount that Kamar Aiken is there, that they have Jimmy Graham. They have a lot of playmakers on that offense, so it's going to be interesting to see how they go about things. Obviously, they still have Bobby Wagner. They still have Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor and KJ Wright and Richard Sherman, Cliff Averill. They have a lot of talent on this team, so they are not someone to be taken lightly, no matter how poorly they've played in some games this season. On any given day, especially in Seattle, this Seahawks team can dominate. So with that being said, the 49ers have to be ready. Sending a lot of blitzes, we'll see if they want to do that against Russell Wilson. But Steven Aushka's been perfect this season. 14 for 14 on field goals, 16 for 17 on point afters, go figure. Jeff Locke is their punter, and that could be a huge turning point because Marquette King is one of the best punters in the league, and Locke, not so much. 8 touchdowns to 4 picks for Foles on the season. He has been a perfect backup. He was a great addition. And Elgin Armstead, 600 yards, 6.9 yards per carry, and 4 touchdowns thus far. He's shown that he's more than capable of being the number 1 running back. Hill and Arnold, 540 and 550 yards for each of them. Lauderdale closing in on 500. Those 3 guys have dominated this league, and we'll see how excellent they'll play against the Seahawks secondary. Juwan Carey Eric Reed, both of them have been really good. 7 tackles for a loss, 4 Reed, 6 for Lynch, 6 for Carey. Navarro Bowman's been good, but not great. Lynch leads the way with 7 sacks, and JT Ogletree, Malcolm Jenkins, and Jamal McNeal all have 2 interceptions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Week number 7 versus the Seattle Seahawks will be up on Wednesday. I am Moonlight Swami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace out, Franchise Nation.